Okay, as promised, here is a
third time's
new
the charm.
project, our final project, other than
What
the
I forgot to
engine.
do is create this
On
coincidental
page
plane.
9-34.
Take this
of
plane.
we're going to copy it out. 30
solid edge
millimeters.
5
book. It's tutorial 2, and it is a gear assembly. Not really an assembly; it's a solid part, but it's actually cut out of multiple pieces. Now we're just going to follow our instructions. We're going to start on the threaded end and create
project
that.
a
So
sketch.
It starts with a cylinder.
Click on the planar face.
We're going to work in the XZ plane. Change this to wireframe chain, and we just select this piece, hit the check mark, and it's going to project it out there. So once we have it out here, we're going to shrink it and rotate it 15 degrees. The circle is going in here. So we're working in a synchronous environment for this entire piece. Diameter of this piece is going to be 25. Let's take the scale tool. Yes, I got it. And we're going to extrude that a distance of somewhere 22. Uncheck that. And we're going to revolve the cutout around and, or actually revolve the cylinder around to a side view. And we're going to draw a rectangle. Actually, I'll do this with the line tool. Right here from the top, it's going to go over a distance of 3. The scale is by 0.75. Going to go down a distance of 1.57. Be right there. Back to the edge, and then back up to the top. I don't know if I close that in or not. I want to. You know what I got to do is select, and we'll find out here in a second. Thing. Scale it by 0.7 isometric. We're going to do that center point. And now I need to rotate it. Mouse problem here. There we go. Again, select this. 15 degrees. Find the center point. So we'll do a revolve. We're going to do a minus. We're going to do 360 degrees. Do this chain. Hit enter. Make sure I get it going in the right direction. There's 15 this degrees. Edge. So that revolves it around this. But it made a copy. Edge. Dang, creates this cutout. Try it again. Okay. All right. To rotate. Now we're going to go next to cutting the threads in here. So we're actually going to do two things. I'm going to draw a line, uncheck copy, from this point 15 degrees right through the center point, basically a center line. Angles. That's our axis again. Now what I'm going to do is rotate this up to a. Just pull it. I want to pull it forward in this direction. Draw. Okay. A line from this top edge over 2 millimeters. Next step. We're going to take that plane, and then we're going to draw a line in this direction. This one is going to be at. We're going to hit the tab another key. 30 millimeters. From there. 55 degrees. We're going to project and bring it down a little this ways. One. Start another line over here. Select this plane. Bring it in this direction. Tab select minus 55 degrees. Wireframe chain. That's actually the groove object for our hit the check thread. Oh, we're getting good now. We're going to delete this, and now part here and this part here. We're going to go, and now we're going to shrink that one. Choose the helix option. Helix option is displayed. It's under the scale by a factor of. I think we need to be in the cutout. I think it's down here in the cutouts. There's the helix. 0.5 creates a helical cutout on a model. We're going to select the helix cutout. Select axis length and pitch. Find the center point right there. Now we're going to rotate that. Make sure I don't. Oh, there we go. cross section, select the axis, and we're going to select cross section. Hit 15, check mark. Now it asks us for turns. I'm going to come back over here, and again we're just going to pull it another 15 degrees in this direction. Okay, it's options. We're going to do all these pieces. You can see that as this and pitch moves forward, it's going to twist. So now, how do we build this part? I think we've gotten through. We're going to put in hardest part. Now we're going to do a lofted for our pitch protrusion. So we're going to go to the loft tool, and up here in the going to pull it in this direction and just drop down where the sweep is. We're going to select loft for just a second. Select the first cross section. And right here, we're going to select the second cross section. You can see this arrow build up. We're going to select the third cross section so it kind of connects all those lines for our model. Hit preview. All right. So next, we've got another cylindrical part that we're going to put on here. So now we have this one, nice circle gear that's going to slip in page. We can turn off some of our 9-36 reference planes. We're going to go to a circle here. We don't need to see. Oops, in the wrong plane. We can turn off our live sketches. So we're just left with our model now, which I'm kind of proud of, just because it's such a bear to do. This circle has a 38 millimeter diameter. And we'll go to our material library. I actually have mine. We're going to extrude this one. And I'm so proud of this. I'm going to make it, we're going to pull this one a distance of 38. Now we're going to roll this around to a definitely platinum. We can do a properties, file properties. So we're looking right at the end of the threaded piece. And we're going to draw a line straight up to subject center point here. Solid edge. Take my line tool. Maybe I need to lock this project is Chapter 9, Tutorial 2, Revision 0, just to put some stuff in there. And I think I have similar draft somewhere. Let me just see if I can open up. Yeah, now I got a line. I saved it. We're going straight up a distance of Tutorial 9. So I put this one through just like this. So what I did was some cross sections through here. I'm going to pull that line. If I select those, you can see that I made some adjustments so it only shows somewhere in, like maybe in this one. It's actually going to be 72.5 degrees. It's actually a 35 degrees. So we take 90 minus 17.5, which is half of 35, if you can follow that. So we're going to do 72.5. Okay. And now we're going to hit the escape key, and I select this, hold down my control key, and select this one. Doesn't want to let me. I'll have to look that one up, but somehow I was able to change this so it just shows. There we go. And I'm going to mirror that. There we go. Only got one line, but that's okay. We're going to connect the top lines together. And everything else is there. The bottom lines, you can see how that makes the, anyway, you can see the cross sections. I'll have a sheet of this, or you can print it out. I'll pop a PDF of this file up in there. I got to remember how let me just see if I can take a section. Delete. It's already got it in there. So we're going to take that edge and we're going to cut it all the way down through that piece. So I'm going to take my extrude tool and I'm going to hit subtract, hit the chain, enter. I'm just going to pull that down through till it cuts everything out. Okay. That cutout actually has a designation right here. So we're just going to select that designation. Oops, cutout. So I just want that piece. And we're going to go to our array tool, circular array. We're going to find the center point. Maybe this is the one there, I believe. Or you can set the depth. We got 10 is the number of pieces. So if I wanted to change that to 8, you can see it changes the number. Take it out. And we'll do it again. This time I do want 10, so I'm just going to select my cutout over here. Must have been doing something right. Anyway, we'll figure it out. That's how you build the model, and we're just going to place it in a drawing file and you can send it in. So that is it, locked in there. We're going to do 10. And there we have our spline, just like in the book. Okay? Okay, so next we're going to select the drawing tool for lines. We're going to, I'm going to set my, sometimes if you zoom way out like this, you can get the plane that you want. So I'm going to lock right to that plane. And now I can just do a fit view, hold down my shift key, and I'm going to pan this to the left, and I'm going to start drawing my line right from the center point, right here, out a distance of 24. I'm going to go vertical, a distance of half of 26, or 13. I'm going to come back here to this beginning part and draw another vertical line, 13. Here's a neat little tool under the curving. We can do an arc by 3 points. I know by my book that on page 9-37 that this radius needs to be 24. So if I select this line and this line, you can see now I've got this bow, and all I do is put in 24 for the radius, and then we can just pop it in here. Nice and easy. So this piece just needs to be revolved against itself, so we're going to do a revolution, set it to 360 degrees, select the chain, hit enter, select the axis point, and there's our piece. Okay. Takes care of that little puppy. Now we've got a spool we're drawing on the end of this. So the spool actually has another profile. And again, I'm going to zoom way out. The other way out. And I'm going to select the same axis right here. We'll do a, always get that on the wrong side. Hold down my shift key and pan this to the right. Okay, so we're going to start with our line tool again. Find the center point right here. We're coming out a distance of 36. Straight up a distance of half of 38 will be 15, 19. To the left, 1. We're going down 5. 2.5. Just doing some quick math in my head here. We're going over a distance of 34. We can go up, and actually you can see how it matches that top, over 1, and back down to the original point. There's our shape. And we're going to actually take this and do the same thing. We're going to revolve this 360 degrees. So I'm just going to pull it around just a little bit. Take my revolve tool, and we're going to set this to 360. We'll select the chain, hit enter, and there's that piece. So, now comes the tough part. If you look on page 9-39, we've got this worm gear that's kind of twisted. So we're going to start with a circle that is a diameter of 50. So we're going to use this as our plane. We'll find our center point right here. That's it. I'm just going to key in 50 and right click. So that's where we want to start. Let's just look at the end of this now. Oops, just had that. The wrong end of it. There we go. I'm going to hold down my shift key, pull this down. So we're going to draw a line 35.5 to the top. From the center point right here, we're going up 35.5. And move this line over 5. Then I'm going to do an offset, try an offset of 7.5 to there. So now what I'm going to do is that same little curve tool that I used before, arc by 3 points. I'm going to select this point, and I'm going to come down, find that intersection, find that point. This has a radius of 20, just key in 20. And it's going to look a little funky, but you can move your mouse around. This is the arc you want right here, this one. Okay? Then I'm going to hit my escape key. I'm going to grab this line, delete it. I'm going to grab this line and delete it. I'm going to grab this line and delete it. I'm going to take my line tool now from the very top, move it over 10. Then I'm going to take my mirror tool, which is right here, select this line, find my, I guess I can find this center point. So that is the profile that we're going to use on the top. Now we're going to rotate this, and the thing about this, it needs to be fully constrained. So what we need to do is take our rotate tool, which is here with our move. I'm going to select this piece, and I want to make sure it says copy. Center point of rotation, it's right here. Rotate from this point, we're going 72. Go in this direction. Click a point to rotate to, which is another 72. Oops, there we go. I'm going to pull it around some more. 72. And you can move it, if you move your mouse, you can just lock it. And we're going to get one more at 72. So we have these pieces all the way around. We're going to select, make sure things are equal. I'm just using my inspection tools. We're going to take our delete tool, we're going to take out this, whoops, I didn't want to do that one. I do miss a... Try it again. Just needed some loving, I guess. And we're going to put some dimensions on here to lock it into place. So from this top piece to the center, 35.5, just hit enter. Just putting all of the dimensions. So the other dimension we need is our angular dimensions by 2 points. So I'm going to put this point, this point. There we go. And go to the center point. Hit enter. We're going to go from this point. Oops. Hit escape again. That point to that point, center, another 72. And we're going to go to this point. Go to this point. So we've got all our angles dimensioned. I'm going to put a dimension from this point to this point is 15. And we'll just dimension the top of this one. Should be 10. And that's it. So now that should be fully constrained. I think I have all of the dimensions. The only other one I might put on, just this radius. And these don't really mean anything. So now what we're going to do is create some coincidental planes. And so we've got this, we're going to use a project to sketch tool from the draw group. So we're going to select the draw group right here. This is project to sketch, right up on the top. Choose the project options. Project internal face loops should be checked off. And then hit the OK button. Select the wireframe chain. Hit the accept button. So I'm going to just something here. Oh, probably because I got that plane locked. Well, shoot. Try her one more time. I'm going to take that lock off. Click on a planar face. Should be this one. Single wireframe, that's okay. I'll be back. Okay, third time's the charm here. I'm going to get this right. What I forgot to do is create this coincidental plane. So we're going to take this plane, we're going to copy it out 30 millimeters. Okay? Now, if we go to our project to sketch, click on the planar face, which is going to be this one. Change this to wireframe chain, and we just select this piece, hit the check mark, and it's going to project it out there. Now, once we have it out here, we're going to shrink it and rotate it 15 degrees. So we're going to go to our, let's take the scale tool. Guess I got it somewhere. Uncheck that. So we're going to select. Oops. Scale. The scale is by 0.75. Find the center point. Should be right there. I got to do is select the whole thing, scale it by 0.75 right to that center point, and now I need to rotate it again. Select this 15 degrees, find the center point. Make sure I get it going in the right direction. There's 15 degrees. But it made a copy. Dang it. Try it again. We're going to go to rotate. Uncheck copy. 15 degrees. Find the center point. Angle's 15 again. There we go. Now we just pull it. I want to pull it forward in this direction. Okay? Alright. I know this is getting tedious. Next step. We're going to take that plane that we just created here, and we're going to create another one, 30 millimeters from there. We're going to project this one, select this plane, we're going to select wireframe chain, select an object, hit the check mark. Oh, we're getting good now. And now, I'll unlock that. We're going to go and shrink that one, scale it. This one gets scaled by a factor of 0.75. 0.5. Actually, find the center point right there. Now we're going to rotate that another 15 degrees. Find the center point. Hit 15 and enter. And again, we're just going to pull it another 15 degrees in this direction. Okay, so we've got all these pieces. You can see that as this moves forward, it's going to twist. So now how do we build this part? I think we've gotten through the hardest part. Now we're going to do a lofted protrusion. So we're going to go to the loft tool. Up here in the drop down where the sweep is, we're going to select loft. Select the first cross section, which would be right here. We're going to select the second cross section. You can see this arrow build up. We're going to select the third cross section so it kind of connects all those lines. Hit preview. Hold our breath. Ooh, cool. And finish. So now we have this nice little gear that's going to slip in there nice and neat. We can turn off some of our reference planes. We don't need to see. We can turn off our live sketches. So we're just left with our model now, which I'm kind of proud of, just because it's such a bear to do, but it does work if you get the right. And we'll go to our material library. I actually have mine snuck up there, and I'm so proud of this. I'm going to make it, I should make it platinum. Yes, definitely platinum. We can do a properties, file properties. Summary will be gear. Tutorial 2. Subject is solid edge. And the project is Chapter 9, Tutorial 2, Revision 0, just to put some stuff in there. And I think I have a similar draft somewhere. Let me just see if I can open up. I saved a draft of this beast. Tutorial 9. So I put this one through just like this. So what I did was some cross sections through here. If I select those, you can see that I made some adjustments so it only shows somewhere in, like maybe in this one. I can set it so it just shows the depth. It was here. Display. I'll have to look that one up, but somehow I was able to change this so it just shows everything else is there. So anyway, you can see the cross sections. I'll have a sheet of this, or you can print it out. I'll pop a PDF of this file up in there. I got to remember how let me just see if I can take a section. It's already got it in there. Select. Maybe this is the one. Or you can set the depth. Now I messed it up. Must have been doing something right. Anyway, we'll figure it out, but that's how you build the model, and we're just going to place it in a drawing file and you can send it in. So that is it.